I have to get coaching shoes for the football season.
Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. I'm on a mission to get it all. Ride through the city like Brennan Schaub. If you ain't
coach.
don't get it.
Dope shoes.
And now,
Terrible coach in UFC Colorado, but
Thick Boy
I like
Schaub.
Travis Closure, red and black. So I thought, you know what? Let's get crispy. I got them for Father's Day. What up? What is popping? It is June 26th, 11 a.m. on the dot. You know we start on time around here. What do you got here? Well, First Form Energy, Screaming Freedom. See if it tastes like freedom. How we doing out there, fam? Ooh, that's tasty. Tastes like eagle piss, which is a good thing. How we doing, fam? Live chat, favorite thing to do. My favorite thing of the week, every Tuesday, Friday, favorite thing to do. Captain 420. Yo. Casablanca, what up, big dog? Palm Springs, has to be hot out there. Cody, let's go. Happy Friday. Not miss another big dog. What is this, live? What is this, live chat number 4?
6.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yes.
This is not 6 because you're counting the Big Brown breakdowns.
No.
This is 6? We've gone live 6 times? No.
I'm willing to bet.
The chatter, no. Give him a girl, what up? 114 yesterday. 114, that is hot. That is hot. Charles Delahunt, what it do, big dog? Update on Longhorn tickets. Soon, big man. On time today, missed the last 2 lives. Come on, big dog. Palm Springs ain't fun. Don't come here. Oh, I've been there, bud. Palm Springs is dope. Palm Springs is dope. Let's do the damn thing. Oh, damn. Yeah. Rafi said it's number 6, numero 6. Joey, what up, big dog? Welcome to the Brownies. ZTO Coaching, what up? What do you coach, man? What do you coach? Bossy and T, they have nothing today. And then tomorrow is the end of the year big tournament for the All-Stars with the number 3 seed. Should be the number 1 seed, but we're number 3 seed. So, but it all ends on Sunday. Slow fit. Yes, sir. Tyler Cook, what's the Dodge truck in my Ram? I finally got it back. I get full delete, so got on a diet. Man, 5-inch straight pipe exhaust. I got a bigger Stealth turbo. Randy stage 3 transmission. Put new Toyo tires on there. Those open country Toyo 40s on there. I put on a new intake manifold. Things cooking, man. We're probably around 650 horsepower with those big tires. We'll see. We'll see, man. Brent Davis. Brendan, you made me watch that Maternal Instinct doc. Holy shit, that was wild. Right? God, Netflix is just like, where can we find the worst people on earth and do a documentary about? And they found them. They found them. Tyler Cook, time to get a camper and take the kids on road trips. I know, dude. I know. We probably should do something in July because we've just been grinding. Ping Pong Ding Dong, what's your favorite Little Debbie? Bro, come on. Oatmeal cream pie. Heavy on the cream pie. And they make them even bigger because when I was a kid, those things were tiny. Dapper D, what up, big dog? Yeah, who doesn't like a nice oatmeal cream pie, man? Cody, watch the new Black Buffalo commercial. That was sick. Thanks, man. That's not the commercial I'm waiting for, though. That's not the big one I shot in L.A. And I might be in that commercial for literally 5 seconds for the big one, but we'll see. I was told they're going to post it in June, but we'll see. I can't do any of that. You know, I don't deal with any of that. So hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. Yeah, the Black Buffalo one, my boy Tyler shot that. Joey, how many calories are you eating these days, big man? Run us through what you eat. Do you bring lunch to the studio? No. I don't eat breakfast or lunch. I usually fast, and when I get done here, I'll probably eat a little something at 2. I basically have 1.5 meals a day now. That's what I do. Carlos, what up, big dog? Welcome to the club. Today's a nice little Friday. Worked out this morning. Did my fight camp boxing workout this morning. Didn't go to the gym. Went to the gym yesterday. And then here at the live chat, favorite thing. And then from here, my kids are obsessed with Jackass. It was big when I was a kid on MTV. I introduced it to them. They love Jackass. So the new Jackass movie's out. So I'm taking them to Jackass at 3 o'clock. That's my day, man. Tyler Cook, have you watched Bus Boys? I have not yet. Any good? It's on Apple now. It was trending. It was doing well. Drew Casablanca says, will we see Hokip fight Gable next year? I see the rumblings of that online. That'd be, next year? Yeah, there's some rumblings, like, some fake rumors going on that Gable versus Hokip was happening soon. That's not happening. Favorite Jackass character? Ryan Dunn, who passed away. And then, of course, Johnny Knoxville. Steve-O's great. All of them I like all of them, dude. I like all of them. J. Luke, I know. That's why I say it's on a diet. But out here in Texas, it's a little different. T. Noble says, Schaub, 5 years ago you announced that I announced that your wife was pregnant with your son. I met you outside the comedy show in Lexington, Kentucky. Thanks for always being a real one. You got it, brother. Hopefully that kiddo's doing all right. White Slurp, Big Slurp. What up, Brownies? A little late on the live. Hope I didn't miss much. No, you haven't, man. You're good. Just in time. Slowfit, doesn't Hokit and Gable both train at Jackson's Wink? Would they even make that fight? Yeah, UFC don't care. They don't care. I doubt they're that close to training partners. Dapper D says, hey, been a fan since you guys started at Fox. Am I crazy to think that when Conor McGregor says he has a hit list of who he wants to fight but hasn't fought in the half decade, do we believe him? Yeah, but that's a big difference, actually getting those fights. It just depends how he looks come International Fight Week. We can go from there. Addie Smith, finally getting discharged with baby girl. Oh, good for you, man. Rewatched season 10 of Tough last night. I was a baby. I know, dude. I know. I was a little... Oh, there's our boy ZTO coaching. Just a personal trainer, brother. Bodybuilding style, but wrestling base. Help people lose weight, build muscle, burn fat. Dope. Good for you, man. Kumaman 623. What up, dog? Yeah, Hagen, you're right. Texts don't care. Everything's deleted. Yeah, I don't. Anybody I know with a diesel out here, I don't know anybody who doesn't delete their shit. Now, in California, it's North Korea. They're coming for you. But they've even pulled back. The EPA's pulled back even in California a little bit. Is RAF doing drug testing? I doubt it. Jeffrey says, do you think Tom will get stripped in Hokit versus Gane? No. That's why I think Tom was seeing the build for Hokit versus Gane. He's like, no, hold up. So he announced he's going into camp. So that's happening. Crow, Arrow's trying to get Josh to say shit. Yeah, but it's fun. I don't think he's being shitty about it. The Gimmer Girl. I can't wait to talk about, the one-eyed pirate and Pierre. Yeah, might be the only fight I pay attention to tomorrow. Fair point. Does Ian Gary sign with Eddie hurt or help his career? That's from Jordan Young. Since he's not dealing with negotiations with the UFC, that makes sense for Ian Gary because he's just bringing endorsements. So we'll see how that goes. Ping Pong Ding Dong. What's your biggest regret of your UFC career? Not taking Big Nog serious. Overlooking him. Thought I was going to walk through him. Terrible mistake. Mojito 1997. Yo, what up, gang? Perfect time. I'm moving into my new house in Fort Lauderdale. Hit me up when we come down. Couldn't go through the move without your podcast. Thanks, brother. You think, Black Ross says, you think Hokit's mouth would keep him from getting the higher profile fights? No. Excalibur, we back, boys and girls. That's right. Ulysses, what up? Welcome to the club. Tyler Cook, what kind of car am I going to buy the boys? We'll see, man. Let's see how they're doing in sports. They got to earn it. Casablanca, so prelims this Saturday is 5 a.m. for me. Who's watching? Yeah, I think the main card starts here at 11. Basti has a game at 10. So I might be able to watch the early prelims. Rafi says, when a fighter like Ilia loses, does he also lose half his purse, or is that just for the entry-based guys? Since he was champ, I don't know his contract, but usually there's a show and win. So he definitely didn't make all his money. Do you know what? Where does Chandler go from here? Home. But he'll probably get another fight. McGregor fight if he loses. Father Time catching up. Yeah, with both of them. I don't know. I don't know because UFC, they have to pay Conor such a heavy fee to fight. So, again, we don't know what they're going to do with Conor till we see how he looks against Max Holloway. And once that fight happens, then we can start cooking. P-Dub Dad, what up, man? Pub Dad. Jordan Young says, if McGregor sleeps Holloway, biggest comeback win of all time, considering all the factors. No, not the biggest comeback win of all time. I mean, granted, he's been out 5 years. Last time I saw him fight, his leg fell off. But he's not that big of an underdog as, like, say, biggest comeback win. That's tough. Gaethje's is pretty impressive, and he's a bigger dog against Ilia, who's ranked higher on the pound for pound. I see what you're saying, though. The implications, biggest star of all time, out 5 years, leg fell off. Slurp says, what do you think the long-term plans for Shia Bullet are? He's super fun to watch. It's a cool story, but what are his long-term goals? He'll never sniff a belt. Is it just to make a living? It depends on matchups they want to give him. Yeah, his wrestling's not great. No, I don't see him being like a top 5 cat. One of my favorites to watch, but yeah, there's some holes there, yeah. And then also he can't fight in America, so. Cody says Hogan could be huge in RAF. Agree. Ping Pong Ding Dong, did you feel personally slighted when Brian first moved to Austin? No, it was my idea. I'd have to talk Brian into it. He didn't want to. The cleaner says prelims are at 9 out here. God, I probably miss it because we got to be at the field at 10. I think at 9, I'm screwed. Field's an hour away. We're screwed. Slowfit says, Conor confirmed he's a 170-pound fighter now. Does that confirm he's not going to fight Justin? I don't know. If they told him guaranteed title shot, his only title shot's at 55, would he do it? He's getting older too. Who knows? Dale's Ed Wick. What up, man? What do you think the pay structure looks like for Tom come from pay-per-view points to Paramount? How does that work? Hope you're well, fellas. Thanks, brother. I actually don't know what the pay structure is looking like. Like, how's it changed from the pay-per-view? But the big names that have renegotiated, they're getting paid. For Tom, it's tough because he's been inactive, right? And he has 2 fights left on his contract. So Hadou gone, right? Hadou gone. If he wins that, then he renegotiates for big boy money, especially knowing that he could leave. So if you're a Tom Aspinall fan, you pray to God he beats Gone, because then he can have a lot of leverage. Tyler Cook, who could you fight in the UFC right now and pull off a dub? Probably Derek Lewis. He doesn't look like he wants to be in there. And a lot of those big sloppy guys towards the bottom. Excalibur says, my nephew is 13 and big into playing baseball. What's a good bat you would recommend as his birthday gift? You say he's big into playing baseball, so he's actually playing, so it's not his first bat. My kiddo loves the hype fires. They don't like the dubs. They're too heavy at the top for those little dudes. He's using one right now. The Supras. The Supras are what all the kids are using. The kids love the Supras. D. Scott, welcome to the club. Oh, just so you guys know, I gotta set time. So we start at 11. We will go to 12:30, Chin? Around 12:30. So get your questions in. Hey, Big B, big time fan here. Finally joined the lives. On my way to Muay Thai sparring class. What's your favorite combo? About to try and use it. I need a kick in there, though. I like the inside kick to set up the left hook, man. Distract him with the legs so it opens up the head, big dog. Kuman says, Brevin will become first-time dad in the next month. Super pumped about it. Unlock the dad strength and prep for it. Love it, dude. Good luck. D. Scott, what up, man? Jordan Young, do you think DC is off shitting on Hokit as a Kobe fan? It's clearly for entertainment eyeballs. I mean, what he said wasn't great. It doesn't bother me. I get that it's an act. But, a lot of these guys feel like they have to say something. They have to, Also, when you're working for the UFC, you have to say certain things. Dirty Dan, nice kicks, brother. What are they? My wife got me these for Father's Day. These are the Deons. So if you're an 80s kid like me, my brother had these. These are my football coaching shoes. So our teams are red and black. So these are gonna be spicy on the sidelines. I decided to bust them out today. I gotta break them in before I stand all day in them. D. Scott, you got it, buddy. Ping Pong Ding Dong. You ever watch Joke World content? I think he's a closet Bubba fan, but is just afraid to admit it. No, I've never seen it, brother. Gravy Legs. What up, man? Great name. Wyatt. What up, man? Welcome to the club. David, you mentioned the other day you think that Eddie Hearn versus Dana White beef might be staged. What were some past staged beefs you know about? I mean, Strickland Hamzat was all bullshit. Most of Colby stuff, all bullshit. All of them kind of are, man, except for like DC, John, that was pure hatred. A lot of them are all bullshit, man, just to sell tickets. Ilia, Justin Gaethje, like, oh, you called me short? Yeah, I'm going to knock you out in front of your dad and say who's short. And all that was just great hype for it. None of that's real. They don't actually hate each other. Iceman Vamp, be nice, dude. Do you think Brian should retire from comedy after False Gods? No, get out of here, Bubba. Wyatt, what up, man? Crow, if you believe you were in your prime, would you be top 5 right now? I don't know, dude. I don't know. Skill set and physically, I would like to think so, but a lot of it's mental, man. It just depends what mental space I'd be in, It's Calbert. With Ian Gary signing with Eddie Hearn, what issues could this create? Will Dana eventually become friendly with? Listen, Dana and Eddie were friends before. Dana's mentioned one of the reasons he got into boxing because of Eddie. They were close. So I think this feud is kind of like on purpose. D. Scott. You got the Deion saying, I know the Deons. Great player, terrible coach. Dapper D says, I've been seeing a lot of clips go around of the time you were sitting with DC and said something to Mike Tyson and he was mean mugging you. Were you aware of that? If so, thoughts? Yeah, well, because it's me, DC, and I think Brandon Marshall was there. Yeah, I've done multiple shows with Tyson. I think I've done like 4 with him. Maybe there, I haven't seen the clip. I don't know. I can't believe they're still making clips of that. But I think there's when I might have told him I don't think he's the greatest of all time. And then he said Tyson Fury, who's he named after. So maybe that he felt salty. But no, I never felt threatened by Mike Tyson. And even if he was, not worried. Not worried. What's he going to do on the ground? Like, if shit hit the fan, hopefully we wouldn't get to that because we're both professionals, but I'm not going to box the guy. I'd wrestle the fuck out of him and choke him out. But no, I never even thought about that. We were having a good time. And me and him talked for a while during halftime. Tyson's a good dude. Diaz Auto Detail. What up, man? Welcome to the club. Scott, I feel like Brendan has helped push baseball back in the light for this next generation. Baseball's back, baby. I feel like it's been back. I don't think I have much to do with it, dude, but I love it. Slowfit says, Strickland mentioned potentially coming back in December. Who's he fighting? I heard Imavov, but he also mentioned Hamzat, right? Freaking Imavov doesn't do much for me. Carlos, do you miss competing in MMA? No. I miss like some of the training stuff like that, the pursuit of something great like that. But no, not at all, brother. Not at all. Abe, thanks, brother. A little late, but let's get it, Brownies. Good luck to your boys on the tourney this weekend. I know, man. They're 6-0. So if they just show up, we got a chance. If those boys show up and focus, we got a chance. But there's nothing worse when it's the end of the year, you drove all that way, you put in all this work, and they're 6, and they're like throwing gummy bears at each other in the dugout. You're like, all right, we're definitely losing. Rafi, bro, did you see Tim Dill on Rogan saying that after Josh said that Michelle Obama stuff, that she should have had an Undertaker-like entrance? Had me laughing. So yeah, Tim's hilarious, dude. His whole take, he's like, why are the Padres gay? Why is Chase Bank gay? That's so funny. And coming from a gay dude, oh my God. Tim's the best. The best. Brock, what up, man? Add somebody, do you think Conor saying he will have his family there helps or hurts him? I would assume it helps him. I would assume. Slowfit, are peptides allowed to compete in the UFC? Certain ones are, I think.
Yep.
Certain ones are. Andy, what up, man? He always skips on you, huh, Chin?
Yep. Right here.
Yep. Gravy Legs, glad to be here. I've been a supporter for a while now. I still have a bottle of the Tiger Thick Batch 1. Good for you, man. Don't drink it. Pub Dad, sup, Brownies? Been a fan for years. I remember a Rhonda episode that sounded like she was underwater, and still have my T-Fat Dare shirt from the Fire Kid 3D. Oh, thanks, dude. D. Scott, I think you beat any version of Gone today. Darkstroke round 1. Oof, that's tough, dude. I appreciate the comments, though. Scott said, Callan did an hour-and-a-half set on Thursday in front of 25 people. That makes me sad. In Vancouver a few months back, and had us all laughing, entertained as if it was an arena. The man is a comedy genius. Yeah, he's great, man. The after show, but later, I think you'd kick ass doing a true crime serial killer type pod. When you talk about that shit, you get hyped. Yeah, I love it, man. I don't know if I'm knowledgeable enough to do an entire pod on it. But I love it. I love it. I'd have to be with like an actual somebody who's balls deep in it, you know? But I love those true crime serial killer pods, man. There's no like popping serial killers these days. Like me and my wife were watching the Jeffrey Dahmer hidden tapes last night, or uncovered tapes last night for the 100th time. We fall asleep to it. And I was like, hey, if Jeffrey Dahmer like did his crimes now, like say he did his crimes now in Chicago or Indiana, is it even a thing? Is he even famous? How much crazy, horrible, evil shit we see because of social media now? Like, is Dahmer, name the last famous serial killer? I guess what was it? What was that on the East Coast? Oh, what is the beach over there?
Oh, yeah.
The Gilgo murder?
Or something like that?
Yeah, the Gilgo guy,
Gilgo.
I guess. I feel like serial killers can't, they need new representation. JP, the funky one. If you're trying to sell MMA to someone that had never watched any fight at all, what 3 fights would you show them? Gustafin Jones, 1. Izzy, Kelvin Gastelum. Maybe Hokit, Curtis Blades, if they like big dudes. David T. Dion's Hall of Fame speech is all-time fave. Yeah, it was good. Dapper said, that's exactly what I was thinking. The whole time it shows him standing up eating, but just staring at you, and you were laughing and totally oblivious. Yeah, what's he going to do? He's 60. He's a good dude. If I said something to piss him off and he wants to fight, it's like, okay. But, hopefully it never comes to that. Wyatt, love it, dude. Damien, what do you think is next for Tom? You mean Aspinall, but it doesn't sound like you're a Tom fan. He'll fight Gone, man. Guarantee it. They'll figure that out. There we are. Morning. What up, Trump and Dad? Ping pong ding dong. Thanks, big dog. Croco, you seem happy or proud of you. Thanks, dude. Took a lot of work to get here. D. Scott, dude. I appreciate it, brother. I don't think so, man. Yeah, Tom would be a problem. Brad says, Schaub, did you hear Sean O'Malley on Steiny's podcast say he only has one fight left on his deal? Really? I'd be surprised if UFC would let him get to that point. They usually sign you when you have 2 fights left. That would be wild. Tomcat MMA, shit, I'm late. You're all right, dude. You missed about 25 minutes. Andrew, tell you think Dana and Eddie are pulling a Conor Floyd? Yeah, I do. They don't hate each other. Tyler Cook, if your boy said, Dad, lace him back up, we want to see you fight. Do you do it? Boxer and MMA? Probably MMA, so I can definitely grapple. Probably not. So I'm like, I'll do it, but that means I'm missing all your practices, all your games. Like I gotta go into the bat cave for a few months, and you guys aren't gonna see me. Brock says, hey B, I played baseball up into college, so I'm just wondering when you think Tiger's going to focus on one sport. I'll be worried he might get injured playing football and hurt his baseball career. And we're so far away from that. Probably till he's 16, 17. And there's a few kids even at Lake Travis now that played football, baseball. I'd be more worried about him, getting worn out, especially as a pitcher. Excalibur says, love the show. It's great to see all the support. Thanks, dude. I have a Thick Boy shirt from an old comedy show. Love it, man. UFC is popping off the second half. Did you see UFC's potential schedule for the rest of the year? Boys, we're cooking. We're going sizzler. Big names for the rest of the year. Big names, big matchups, dude. It's great. It's a good time to be a UFC fan. It's a great old time. Nezro, you got the Thick Boy Bike Club shirt. Bought it from Jay outside the Addison Improv. Oh, love Addison Improv. Basically Dallas. Any more merch coming up? No, but we're figuring something out. I got to figure something out. I remember you being a big reader. I was reading any of the serial killer stuff I was into. Bay Harbor Butcher. Andy Ortega? Yeah. No, it was the Gigolo Beach murders. And he just went to, I think he went to trial. Yeah, Rafi, the killer at the Lady Bird Lake. Yeah, but Slow Fit, speaking of serial killers, did you enjoy the recent season of Dexter with Peter Dinklage? Yeah, I thought it was good. It's hard to do after all those years. It was good. Captain 420 says, so out of the fights, you would show them DJ Ambo. Don't worry about it. Captain 420, out of all the fights, you show him Pat Barry for Czech Congo? Yeah, it was good. Pennywise, are you re-signed with Podcast One? Got the deal done 2 months ago, my man. Biggest deal of my career in podcasting. They're the best. D. Scott says, if you were a referee during the Poton fight, would you have stopped the fight to give him time for the legal shots to the back of the head? That's why it's tough on Herb Dean. I feel like technically you should. My only caveat with that is Poton was getting jacked up before that. It's a tough one, but probably should at least stop him. Give him a girl. Thank you. Macros, new dad here. Always listen to your dad advice all the time. You couldn't have been more right when he said, don't force a relationship with your kid. God bless, man. Been a fan for a very long time. Thanks, brother. Captain 420. Yeah, Tom Cruise, TJ Dillashaw would be a good one to show him. Carlos, what's it going to take to have a sit-down with Matt Mitrione again, Bubba? If Matt's in Texas, I'll have him whenever. Me and Matt were texting back the other day. He's a good dude. He'll just check in with you. He's a great dude. The Stono, would you ever do Ghost Adventures again with Zach? Absolutely. I'd be stoked to. I love Zach. Drew Casablanca, how come we haven't seen any pictures of Ilia? Has he not recovered? I'm pretty sure. I thought his brother posted something.
Some people said it was fake, but I don't know.
Patrick Martinez, what up, Brendan? Favorite baseball movie? Do your kids like any baseball movies? They love The Sandlot, of course. My favorite baseball movie? Moneyball's pretty damn good. There's not a lot of great baseball movies. There's some old ones, but they're not doing anything new, are they? T-Noble facts, dude. Y'all want Schaub to fight, and he's worried about his kids' ERAs. Yeah. Is there no new picture of Ilia?
No, not that I could find.
He'll come back. Nathan Johnson, did you love doing stand-up or miss it at all? I miss it because I'd see my brother all the time since he was my tour manager. So I miss seeing my brother. I don't see him as much. I miss the hangs. I miss certain things, but I'm okay overall, man. You ever think about getting back when the kids are a little older? No, I'd have a better shot at fighting than getting back into stand-up, man. That's tough. I always hear you get into your stand-up bag when you're on the golden hour with the boys. Yeah, I miss that. I miss being around the guys. Dirty Dan, why is soccer so popular now? It was a nerd sport back in the day, and now it's cool. How did this happen? Because it's safe. It's safe. And parents, and I get it. I can be a helicopter parent too, but parents don't want their kids taking any risks these days. So the participation in football is down because concussions, and it's evil, and it's so aggressive, and it's toxic, male toxicity and shit like that. So what's easy and your kid's not going to get hurt, and it's kind of a passive game, soccer. So that's why you have so many kids playing soccer. CVG, appreciate you, brother. Tomcat, if Ian somehow beats Islam and becomes champ, that would be 2 champions that Eddie Hearn has in the UFC. Do you think Eddie will really be able to get them 2 guys multi-million-dollar contracts? Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And then the endorsement side's where Eddie's going to help, I would assume. Andy Ortega, not sure if you mentioned it, but numbers released for the UFC 250 were 34 million. Yeah. Still, see, this is the problem, though, right? Like, it got leaked. It was, and obviously me and Rogan say it was 150 million. So when you hear 34 million, like, man, that's so far from 150. Dude, 34 million, so big. But, yeah. And they destroyed Netflix. Destroyed them. But, of course. Reverse Franken, Wiener, what did Travis Brown say to you after fight? I couldn't tell you, man. It was loud, The stadium's fucking loud. We talked in the back after, and he was cool. Stevie G, the UFC is coming to Sacramento. Fluffy versus RoboCop. Pico versus Lau Come. Do you think it'd be a good event to go to? If so, where would you recommend sitting? So not on the floor. The first level up or second level up? You if you're on the floor, even on that first level, like first few seats, you're staring through the cage, and there's the cameraman and there's the pillars. It sucks. So you want to be a little up, man. Is that card confirmed, Stevie G? Is it confirmed, Chin?
I know the RoboCop one is.
Look it up, dog. Slurp. I know, dude. We can't have merch that's just this brownie on it, and we're a bunch of white dudes. Oh, wow. Yeah, Fluffy. And to show the rest of the card?
Let's see.
Interesting. And did he also say that Pico's going to be on there?
I'm going to look up right now.
Andrew, welcome to the club, my man. Coco, it drives me insane when people call boxers fighters. Well, they're fighters, dude. It's a little weird when wrestlers or jiu-jitsu guys say, I have a fight coming up. You're like, that's not a fight. You have a match. D. Jambo, I feel like I need to see you on Pat McAfee every week talking about the upcoming cards. Yeah, I love Pat. Keep going down, Chin.
That's on Topology.
That's all good, dude. Damn Tapology. What are you from? Fucking 2007? Keep going down, Chin. Oh, no, on the chat.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't care about that. It's all good. Thank you, sir. What up, B? What up, dudes? Andy Ortega says, even if they get hurt before illegal shots, should still be a given time to recover. It would make guys so much more worried about doing it. Agree. Yeah, agree. Because some of the stuff, eye pokes, illegal hits to the back of the head, there's no repercussions. So again, if you're Cyril Gahn, it's like, why would I stop? No one's doing shit and I keep winning. Matter of fact, I'm getting rewarded for this. I poked Tom Aspinall in the eyes and now I'm interim world champion of the world. Slowfit, Rookie of the Year, got to be up there. That's a good one. Hardball is a great baseball movie. Yeah. Angel Outfield. Yep. Kiddos watch both of those. Doesn't Poirier versus Dan Hooker was a war and silent in the Apex. Also, women's MMA seems he's stagnant. Do you think Valentina and Kayla defend this year? Yes, both of them. J. Luke, what's the worst robbery? You versus Nog or Reyes versus Jones? You mean me versus Orlovsky? No. There's no robbery against Nog. Nog just punched you right in the fucking face. The robbery, the only time I got screwed was against Orlovsky. But Dominic Reyes versus Jones, probably a bigger robbery. Vendetta, Schaub versus Hokit heavyweight fight. Who wins? Right now, Hokit. Stono, thanks, buddy. Pub Dad, my missus says Hokit fights like a drunk baby after watching the Blades fight. Now I can't unsee it. Pretty talented baby. D. Scott, you should definitely watch Warrior. I know. I hear you. Drew Casablanca, I'd be surprised if Ilia comes back end of the year. He needs DDP and fall from the earth. To do a DDP? Yeah, it depends. It's tough, man. We got that over your head. You want to get back to it. Scott, facts, dude. Brad says, is there any merit to the argument that if Gahn had Poton's back and was raining down those exact elbows that he would have been penalized immediately? What's the difference in the positions? If Gahn had Poton's back and was raining down those elbows, he would have been penalized. I think the reason he wasn't penalized is because it's in transition. So they're saying he's moving. And Austin says, I know this isn't going to happen, but Gaethje versus Hooker would be an exciting war for BMF fight. Thoughts? Yeah, but Gaethje, and Hooker, they're two different paths. Never going to happen, bub. That'd be a war, though, but it's never going to happen. ZT Coach says, think about moving to Texas. Any wrecks in Florida now? Depends. You got kids. What's going on? Like the suburbs, like Lake Travis. Dripping Springs is great. Just depends what you're looking for, brother. So fit. People aren't realizing that Eddie isn't getting involved with the UFC side of Ian Gary, just as Brand. Correct. But he is getting involved in the Tom Aspinall negotiations. That's where it gets weird. The Stone, I seen you live at Hilarities in Cleveland, but it was during COVID. But the show was awesome. Thanks, brother. Hilarities Cleveland. I thought about that place is great. Nick, the owner, is fantastic. Andrew Ortega, prime Conor versus pre-Justin Pulley beat down Ilia. Who you got? Prime Conor? Boy, that first round's going to be tough for Ilia. Ilia's just more skilled overall. But God, Conor's a lot bigger. I'll take prime Conor because I'm a Glazer. Now, fool Chris, have you gotten into the Savannah Bananas? I know it's not your typical baseball. It's pretty fun to go to a game. I've heard it's great. I have not been. I would go. I heard it's great, though, especially for the kids. Dirty Dan, should CM Punk do a RAF match for some redemption? That wouldn't redeem him, my man. Thanks, ping pong ding dong. Stevie G, bro, I'm blue collar. I can't afford floor seats. I don't know where you're at, bud. Shit, who can afford those floor seats? It's insane these days. But as long as you're on the floor, all seats are good, dude. You'll be fine. Second tier sounds good to me. Yeah, even third, dude. Abe says, yo, Brent, is Renzo Gracie the best modern image for BJJ? I know you're part of that lineage. The best modern lineage for BJJ? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Fun question. Prime Big Brown versus OG UFC heavyweights in the prime. Mark Coleman, Randy Couture, Frank Mir. Some great fights there. Ooh, Frank Mir would be a tough one. Prime versus Mark Coleman. You know, back in the day, it was just a different skill set. Randy Couture, that'd be a fun one. Different times, different skill sets. Reverse Frankensteiner. Take on Dalton Rushing. He's the most hateable MLB guy in a while. Even though Tani doesn't like him. I love him. Yeah. I love Dalton Rushing. He's a beast. He should probably leave the Dodgers, right? Because you have Will Smith, the best catcher in the league, playing in front of you. And he's a superstar. If he goes anywhere else, he's a full-time starter. Look up his college highlights and like his weight room shit. He's a fucking beast, man. Baseball needs characters. He's basically like a little bit of a Hokit, but in MLB. You know, when that guy was hurt and he walks away and goes, fuck him. I like that stuff, man. I like that ultra competitive Kobe mentality stuff. You know, baseball is a little different set of rules, but I dig it, man. I like characters. Captain 420, correct. I got robbed by the Vancouver judges. All good, though. David T says, I've heard you talk about crazy, pushy baseball dads. Dude, football's getting wild already. My 10-year-old daughter does competitive dance cheer. Dance cheer moms are another level. Yeah, everyone thinks whatever respective sport their kid's in, they have the craziest parents. And you find out all of them are batshit crazy. It's funny. Nate Dogg says, when you talk about the fights being watered down with all the fight nights and you not have anything to talk about, isn't it better than having no fights? Yeah, I'll take it, brother. Yeah, I'm not mad at their business plan. I'll take it. Especially when you see the numbered events coming up, like they're crushing it. Kobe, hey B, did you make picks for this card already? Got to place my bets. Dude, I always tell you guys, never place money on my bets. I'm usually biased as hell. The Eaton Co. You ever go to any UFC fights anymore? No, sir. I don't. I haven't been in a while. Tino will ever watch Dan Hooker's 1 minute scraps online and say, yeah, I love him. Let me see the odds, Chin. Fazeev, he's getting older in the tooth. Minus 108, minus 112. Shara Bullet. God, almost a 4-1 favorite. The other thing on these is you can pick the winners kind of easily, but you're not making any money. I guess if you parlay them, you can. So I was like Michelle Pierre as a 3-1 dog. You make some money on that. Yeah, sure. Bullet's by far the biggest favorite. Yeah, keep going, Chin. Yeah, even money.
Prelims?
Let me see the prelims. Jesus Christ. Abdul over Julius Walker is a minus 600. So that's your biggest favorite. Sure, Bullet should do work, right? There's a reason he's such a big favorite. I like to see him win, too. I just don't know what they're going to do with him. Like, what do you do with him? D. Scott says, my son is 9. He's never had a haircut. He's black and Mexican, so he's got that curly shit. He gets mistaken for a girl, and it pisses him off now. You mentioned one to get cut. What cut should I do? Oh, dude, I'd have to see it. Or should you cut it? So my Bosty had long hair, and the tattoo I have of him as a zombie has like, long Bob Ross afro. But we would tie it back, and people were like, oh, she's so cute. And he was like, nah, Dad. People keep thinking I'm a chick. Cut my hair. DJ Embo says, I'm 35 years old, 165 pounds, 2-stripe white belt. I got sub 6 times in 1 round by a 145-pound 17-year-old. How do I continue with life? Buddy, come on, man. You're still white belt. It's all good. Marquis says, do you think UFC should stop hosting fights at Apex? It was cool during COVID, but now it's depressing to watch fights there. It's better than nothing, dude. You know, I mean, I wish they'd go. Like, they have that fight night in Oklahoma City, which is great, DDP versus Kamaru. I wish they'd get out a little more and build the brand, but I also get it. And we're still getting fights. Pub Dad, how long before Hoki is champ? Is it an edible? No. How long? Dude, so I bet they make him get through Volkov, and then, you know, let's see how he does. He didn't look like championship material against Derek Lewis, you know? I need to see him wrestle a little more. Yeah. I'm not ready to crown him champ yet. You know, Tom Aspinall, there's some Cyril Gane. Those are tough fights for him, man. Where are we at?
Around here.
Tomcat, no training, straight off the couch. How do you like your odds against Gane in wrestling match at RFA? I think you spoke top 10. Man, no training, and he's just got done with the fight. That'd be a tough fight, dude. Or a tough match in general. Kobe, I know you said a White House type event won't happen again, but will they ever stack a card with superstars again? I think it happens again because that did so well. Obviously, biggest, most viewed fight of all time in MMA. I think they might start doing some type of thing like that. Obviously, again, not the White House, that magnitude, but maybe something special, I would hope. Brad says, could we get a guest on for the National Fight Week stream? Nah, man. I'm just going to do this. The cleaner says, I was in the nosebleeds for the Miami card. It was a blast. It looked great. Yeah. You're basically watching the fight on the big screen, but you're around the energy. There's not a bad seat in the house. Cody says, did you watch that new Netflix doc? Which one, dude? John, fellow dugout dad here, wrapped up the managing the 8U All-Stars while my son wants fall baseball. I'm thinking of change in pace. Do you think JAAF or wrestling? Much love, big dog. I let him do fall ball, especially if he likes it. My kiddos do in fall baseball and football. T-Noble, Schaub and Cal talking about Randy Couture on firing the kid all-time moment. Yeah, we got in trouble for that one. Randy called me and was not happy. I had to apologize to him. Yeah, that was a funny one, man. And Ortega, do you think Hogan's wrestling transfers well to MMA? He took down Lewis, but did absolutely nothing afterwards. I didn't mind him, like, not using effort and, like, trying to hold him down. It was, like, kind of floating and ground and pounding. There's still a lot of questions we need answered out of Hokit. It looks like he's going to be the guy, but, you know, let's see. Dav show, but later I was at a pageant for my daughter this past weekend. The moms are crazy. Wherever kids are involved, parents get crazy. Yeah, it's just how it goes. White Slurp, your bets have won me money before. All right, dude, I'll take it. Wyatt says he's not here today, but got to brag on your boy Nick. I sent him a message on IG about workout tips and got back to me. Yeah, he's the man. D. Scott says, if MVP called for a fight with Greg Hardy and the UFC allowed you, would you take it? I think that's easy money. He's a big cat, but yeah, I would take it. Pub Dad, does Arnold Allen have a chance of becoming a champ? I feel like he's close, and he only loses the very best. I know. Yeah. Yeah, he's so damn good. God, I hope, man. He's so good, and his striking is getting better, but he's not that elite level yet, huh? Azul says, what's Gucci, fam? You got any gun ranges in Austin? Yeah. I have I like guns, but after I shoot for like 10, 15 minutes, I'm like, all right, man, I'm good. CVG, do your boys know that you used to be a fighter for a living or still just dad to them? Ever thought about taking them to an event and kind of show them what you did for a living before? When they're a little older, I'd be down to take them, but they're definitely aware of what I did. Joey says, Brendan Schaub, who was the dumbass that kept pronouncing your name wrong back in the day? In what regard? So people mess it up all the time, but who's the dumbass that kept pronouncing it wrong? In like a announcer? Javi7, crazy name. Welcome, dude. Welcome to the club. T-Tran says, doesn't matter how Brendan feels about being gone. Don't just poke his eyes out. Javi7, what's your thoughts on Justin Gaethje getting called out refs by name for mistakes by mistake? Should more fighters do this? Makes them have to take accountability. Dude, SB Youngbuds. Dude, what squad? What's up, squad? Busy week for me, so wasn't able to attend earlier shows live. But question is, what happened? What is happening with Yair Rodriguez? Have you heard anything? I don't know. I know he's had issues before, and he's so inactive. I don't know, dude. They took him out of the rankings, which sucks. Javi, Miguel Torres, Faziev is going to be a banger fight tomorrow. Definitely a good one. Oh, Kobe's the doc with a fake pregnancy lady? That thing's fucking wild, dude. Yeah, so he beat Patricio Pitbull. That was in April of 2025?
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on there.
He's always had issues, though, right? There's always something him.
He's always been a little difficult. Where we at? So Slowfit says the biggest argument against wrestling is there's no pro sports avenue and money, but do you think the mental toughness, grit, and all the intangibles is worth it? Would you rather have your kids not? Well, now with RAF, they can make legit money. You could make the Olympic team. You could pay for college if you're good at it. But the thing is, when it comes to rest stuff like that, or baseball, football, like you can't be like, all right, my son's going to make money doing this turning pro. Like, dude. Prime John versus Prime Kane. I'll take Kane. Holly says that Hogan will be heavyweight champion by early next year. I think Tom's leaving for boxing. No, I don't think so, bud. Eaton Co. Who's the cheapest fighter you ever fought? Cheapest? I didn't really fight any scoundrels, man. I never had really, like, especially, it wasn't really a thing back then. Like, no one was getting away with cheating all the fucking time. It's like a thing now. It's like this modern day shit. But I never got poked in the eye. Gonzaga kicked me in the nuts. But no, nothing crazy, man. Brock, do you like Brock 161? Do you like Mike Goldberg as an announcer? Should they have kept him? I think a change was good. It's all right to make changes. Obviously, as Yair Rodriguez was fishing swordfish. So he's fishing for swordfish.
What?
Say he ain't come back anytime soon. I might just be fishing, man, waiting for the call. J. Luke, instead of the brownies, can we be called the buddies? Yeah, what do you guys pick, man? DJ Embo, you remember Miguel Torres from WC days? He actually got kicked out of the UFC, or was it WC? He got in trouble for saying something about killing somebody or something like that. Remember? Remember they say freedom of speech? He was the first one that got in trouble for that stuff. I'm pretty sure they cut him. Miguel Torres, right?
Yeah.
WC looked like a banshee Mexican cat.
He was awesome. He had What do you call it?
Yeah, like the mullet.
Yeah, the mullet. Yeah.
There's no way he wasn't somewhat fucking Indian. That year, keep going. I'm telling you, he got in trouble.
Here, posting an offensive joke on Twitter.
Yeah, about grape. That's right.
Yeah.
The Inco, are y'all done with T-Fat-K? No. Brian was in Mexico last week with his family for like 8 days. And then this week he's shooting some pilot. So he's missed 2 weeks, man. There's not much I can do about it.
We still had shows last week, though. But
we had a Zoom of him half-assing from Mexico.
Yeah.
And then we had one in the bank. And then this week, no, Brian's gone. So we'll get back next week. I think we should go down to once a week. Pub Dad says, if Lesnar never played grab ass in WWE, how dominant could he have been in the UFC? Dude, he'd be a problem. He was a freak. That motherfucker was a freak. Normac, welcome to the club, dude. Kobe says, Conor said he's bringing his kids to the fight. You think that will get him the first round KO? Nah, it's a lot of pressure, man. I don't know. LeVar Johnson, as far as being cheap, LeVar wasn't cheap. He just couldn't wrestle. So he kept like begging me to let him up and fight. Enos says, you take Matt Hughes and drop him in today's class with today's training. Do he still dominate the UFC for a while? Hughes doesn't remember respect enough, I must admit. From the hardcores they are. Man, with Matt Hughes' mentality and his wrestling, and he's in his prime, yeah, he would adapt, man. Those guys are beasts. B Numies, what up, man? John Matt says, do you think just dropping the kid off at a football clinic without telling him is too much? Has zero knowledge of the game? I'd make sure he likes football before you just drop him off anywhere, man. ALC, ever come across anyone in training rooms that you were like, how come they are not going for it? And any thoughts on to why they didn't go for it? Oh yeah, there's been a bunch of guys who are like, dude, you're so talented. Why don't you give it a go? And they just, they don't want to take the risk. B News, Brendan, I'm drunk from Perth, Australia. When are you coming here? I don't know what reason I'd go there, bud, but I do like Australia.
We did Big Brown Breakdown lives there.
I know. He's saying now, dude. Yeah, of course I remember going there.
But I remember we went to like a bunch of places in Australia, but then everyone was like, when you coming to Perth? When you coming to Perth?
I know, but remember Perth was far.
It's so far
it was
from
super,
everything else.
like north, right?
Yeah, something, I don't know.
Yeah. That fool Chris says, as a Native American, I'm not wearing a brownie shirt, man. People already think I'm Mexican. I know, you and me both, dude. Yeah, we can't make brownie shirts. That's frowned upon. Joy Souls, I get nostalgia when I think about the early T-Fat-K days. Yeah, man, different time. We did the damn thing. Javi says, your thoughts on Ilia Topuria coach saying he can be back training the gym by December. Should he take more time to heal? Do we know because we heard his eye orbitals were fractured, right? It depends on the injuries. December, it's a lot of time to chill, dude.
That's what he said. His
coach. Yeah, so that sounds like a fair amount of time to get back into it. SB Youngblood says, I got money on Ian Machado dethroning Islam. The stars are aligned for him, and I believe he has the style to withstand the grappling pressure, stand back up. Yeah? Shit. This day and age, the underdogs are doing the damn thing. Wyatt says, do you have a live stream schedule? Yeah, man. Yeah, every Tuesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Central for the live chats, and then Big Brown Breakdown is live now too. But that's not too much. I don't answer too many questions. It's more of an episode, but I do lean into you guys. Kay Duffin says, I know you want Justin to retire, but I think you can make the case he should still fight because at this point, he has a chance to make it generational wealth in a couple fights. Champ money's different. Yeah. No, I get it. John says, +1 vote for the buddies. Yeah, you can't make sure to say Brown. Brownie's on. DJ Empa says, dudes, when Tito said he wants to outlive his kids, your side eye was perfection. Even made Dana laugh a few months ago. I know, I saw that. Yeah, that was a funny one. Chris Baxter says, if right now the all juicy fought Schaub from the Roy Nelson fight, how would he go? God, man, I don't know. I do not know. I have more wisdom now, and I wouldn't be so fucking crazy, but I don't know. Nah, we don't want to be called the CT crew. That's no, you don't want to rock that either, dude. But I feel it, ALC. Slow fit, yeah, but Islam hasn't shown any weaknesses, right? Like with Hamzat, we saw some holes with Usman and Burns, but with weakness we have seen from Islam. Gary has a chance because his fight IQ, he is tough to take down. He has a chance. But again, to beat Islam, you kind of need that one-shot knockout power, but we'll see, man. We'll fucking see what's been going on this year. Who knows? And Austin says, question for Chin. When are you going to stop fucking around and start making some money off that voice? Then he said, what that throat do? No, I said that. But when are you going to make some money? Rafi, the Brown Buddies? I don't think so, dude. I don't think we can be called the Brown Buddies in 2026. I don't think we want that heat, dude. We got to come up with something else. We got to figure it out. Yeah, Emma girl might have better ideas than us, man. I don't know. T Noble says, whatever happened to titties from Tough? Rampage's altercation came across my IG the other day. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Pub Dad, I know you only like football, soccer, once every 4 years, but who you have winning the World Cup? I just want the U.S. to get past this second round, the knockout round. They lost last night to Turkey, last-second goal. Man. I like to see Messi do it. I love watching him. I don't know, and England's not looking good. I usually go for U.S. or England. Nate Doc says, have you seen the Alex Perangde guy always hating on sharing unfavorable training footage of Ian Gary? Such a hater, everyone knows Ian would kick his ass in an extra cage. Nah, I don't pay attention to that stuff, dude. I doubt Ian does either. Thanks, Brett. The brown eyes? Oh, man, these are getting worse, guys. Andrew Ortegas, if Ian beats Islam, would you consider this the greatest upset in MMA history? No. God, no. No. Jay Bone, I've tried to ask this a few times in fan questions, but why do you think one championship hasn't taken off? Just purely lack of star power? That business negotiations, number of things, man. Because they had a lot of stars, man. SB Youngblood says, I'm also leaning towards Ian because Islam mentioned retirement in the interview, and we know what that means. Yeah, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. The thickies, I don't know, man. Andrew Ortega, didn't the USA play their C team though? Yeah, because we already won our division, right? Polsik came at the very end. When he came in, he started tearing it up. Wyatt Slurp, not a fight related, but how do you think the Cowboys do this year? I think they win the division. That's how I know you're a Cowboys fan. You guys think you're always going to win. Good for you. Have France winning the World Cup. Mbappe looking the best player on the pitch. Yeah, I'm not too balls deep in soccer. Mbappe's he's a baller, right? But he also likes wiener, yeah? Again, I don't know. It's just hearsay. I like B Squad over the Brownies. Yeah, me too, man. Dylan, welcome to the club. Sneakers and socks, welcome to the club, big dogs. BBB buds? I don't know. And Ortega, Cowboys going all the way this year. Yep, new year, new Cowboys going to win. That's what you guys do. Again, it's fun when the Cowboys do well, but it just, I don't know, man. You get some shit to figure out, yeah. The Stona says, don't even change the merch. We're the Thick Boy Nation. That's a fair point. Slow fit, hilarious. How much longer are we going, Chinster?
107.
Merch with the French robot? That'd be funny. That's a hardcore take, though, yeah? Son of a Fish says, did I miss the Eddie Hearn? Yeah. That's hilarious. And Ortega, you think Cody can come back? Cody Garbrandt? B. Newman says, how much for our RAF match? I don't know, man. What are the other guys? I don't even know their contracts. Chris Back says, is it tough having your kids not compare themselves to your athletic accomplishments, and how do you separate that? I don't put too much pressure on them, but there is an expectation, you know, with effort. I don't need them to dominate, but as long as they're giving 100% effort, we're good. There's an expectation with effort. Yeah, with the RAF stuff, I don't know, because we don't know payment, right?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever found.
We don't know, so I don't know where to begin with that. Abe says Cody Garbrandt had said that he had a big offer to pay Sean O'Malley on RAF, but Sean got the White House card. I'm hoping they can run that. That'd be pretty interesting. Yeah. SB Youngbloods. Have you seen the new commercial with Ian Gary and Eddie Hearn promoting Eddie's agency, Matchroom Talent? No. I would assume it's good, though. Wow. Michael Bisping said on his podcast, RFA offered him $500,000 to wrestle Tito Ortiz. Bisping said he declined because of neck issues. Bisping. Interesting. Yeah, and then Armin says he's making six figures. Who knows, though, man? Let's see. Sneakers and socks. How do you respond to not showing effort with your son's team? I coach basketball, and when players don't show effort, my first response is sit them the rest of the game. Yeah, but you got to explain to them why you're sitting them. I hate when coaches, let's say your son's struggling, he's batting fourth, and then they make him eighth, and he shows up the next day and he's just eighth, and they don't explain why he's eighth. I hate that shit. Chris Baxter, what was your favorite podcast you have been on, a guest on outside JRE? Man, I'm trying to think of all the podcasts I've done. Theo's is great.
What's that trash one? Something?
Oh,
The
Are
two
You
guys?
Garbage?
Are You Garbage? Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably my favorite. Chin versus Callan, RFA. All right. I think we're good, Chinster. I think I got to all the questions, right? Did I get to most of them?
Yeah, most of them.
I think I got most of them. I will see you cats Monday. Enjoy the fights. I'm gonna have to watch them on replay because it's a bummer. Good Lord, dude. And also says, any idea what Shoney Carter's up to? Dude, I have no clue. What a question, dude. I haven't heard that name in forever. Again, appreciate you guys. My favorite thing to do during the week. So thank you guys so much. Big Brown Breakdown will be on Monday. And then Tuesday, live chat. Friday, live chat. We're back, baby. Have a great weekend, you guys. Have a great freaking weekend. Thank you guys for so much. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much. I'm Big Brown. We're not the Brownies. We got to figure out a different name. I'm out.